you, Tron. Well, welcome, everybody. My name is Carl Koster. As Tron mentioned, I'm the Executive Director of Corporate Relations at MIT, which includes our Industrial Liaison Program that's been in existence for well over 60 years. So first, let me thank you for being part of our pilot effort to test whether this concept has legs or not. This is the third of these monthly meetings. The first one we held 2 months ago on robotics. Last month we held one on mobile applications, and now biotech is the third. And so we're kind of really testing out whether this particular activity is attractive to a broad swath of people, stakeholders in the innovation ecosystems. As many of you may know, MIT is the leader in terms of industry relations. About 20% of the on-campus research volume is funded by corporations. Total, if you add up all of the investment that companies make at MIT, it's well over $300 million a year, making MIT a leader in corporate interactions. And one of the things, probably not surprising to many of you, most of the corporate investment at MIT come from large Fortune 1000 companies that have significant R&D spending budgets. It's some of you here from Pfizer, from J&J, some of the other large companies are historically great partners for MIT in this endeavor. But what we found through our activities with the large corporates is a great interest in accessing more efficiently the startup community, the MIT connected companies, not just companies that use MIT intellectual property, but also companies that are founded by our alumni, our faculty, our staff, and others. And so they've asked us, how can we better access these young innovative companies that can help us remain at the cutting edge of innovation so we can develop, scale, manufacture, and market our products globally and stay at the cutting edge. So that's really behind what the Startup Exchange is. This activity is one of them. We're trying to create a networking event and allow the large corporates and the startup companies and venture financiers and others to meet. The other elements are we have a database of over 1,000 MIT connected companies that we maintain and we update. Those are available to our Industrial Liaison Program members and to the startup community. We're going to be posting opportunities on those that come from large corporations that are looking for particular technologies or partnerships with smaller companies. We're highlighting small MIT startup companies in our conferences. We run about 10 conferences a year internationally. We highlighted 30 companies at our R&D conference last November. We brought 8 with us to Japan. We're having a startup clinic as well in China, in Wuxi outside of Shanghai in May. And so we're continuing to push ways to link the large corporates with the smaller companies. As I mentioned, this is one activity. The database, the opportunities, the highlighting at our conferences are a set of other activities as well. So this is really a pilot. The last 6 months, I'd say, has been we're fleshing out what are the different elements that are attractive. We intend to formally launch the initiative next week, I think, and so we'll be sending out announcements that incorporate. So I'll end there, and just once again, thank you all for being a part of this experimental startup, and I welcome all of your comments and ways we can improve this and other ideas for linking the large corporates with the MIT generated startup community. So thank you very much. And with that, I'd like to introduce a good friend of mine and neighbor. Where is Jeff? There he is. Jeff is affiliated faculty member with our Harvard MIT HST program, Health Sciences and Technology program. He's, as I say, a neighbor of mine. When I'm out jogging in the morning, I often run into Jeff as he's strolling with his young family around Brookline. So it's a pleasure. But Jeff is also associate professor at Brigham and Women's Hospital of the Harvard Medical School. He's principal faculty member of the Harvard Stem Cell Institute. He's an entrepreneur, as many of our faculty and his affiliated faculty are. I'll read here. His research harnesses material science, stem cell biology to solve medical problems with an emphasis on nano microscale materials and bio-inspired approaches. Several of his technologies he's demonstrated at our conferences before in Japan. I recall when we were there together. He's also a founder of at least 2 companies, Gecko Biomedical and Skintific. And his talk today is entitled Lessons from Spinning Out Biotech Firms from University Labs. So please welcome Professor Jeff Karp. Jeff?
Thank you.